I'm a flight attendant.
A flight attendant? Now, that sounds interesting.
Sure.
Is that a lot of fun?
Oh, you bet.
Now, would that make a good setting for a TV show?
Oh, yeah.
Now, tell me why. What would be so fun about it?
Oh, come on board sometime. Just take a look-see.
So that could be like the theme song. Come on board sometime. Just take a look-see.
Sure.
And then you'd be inside a flight attendant.
I would be inside one?
Well, you'd be... Well, no, you would not be inside a flight attendant. Oh, you would be inside a plane.
I'd be beside myself.
Well, I'm beside you right now, and I'll tell you I'm beside myself as well.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Dan Clark, TV critic for Dial Digest.
And I'm Kevin Rush, television critic for your TV Weekly Log, and we are on the television. Tonight we'll look at a local news show from Portland, the office comedy Hardly Working, and a new show from the Country Channel called I'm Gonna Get Me a Man.
We'll also visit with our man on the street, Nat Caulfield. But first, a special network television world premiere. The TV industry is famous for taking the current tragedy of the day and making a movie about it. These are called Movies of the Week.
Duh. This next one could simply be called a Week Movie of the Week.
Oh, I get it, a homonym joke.
That's right. This flick has chosen Lyme disease as its topical topic.
Now, Lyme disease has gotten a lot of press in the past year. It's what can happen when a nasty little tick bites you.
The producers are hoping this movie will become next year's Brian song. Let's take a look at their flick called Tick! Exclamation point.
Paul, you haven't been yourself since we took that hike yesterday. This is supposed to be our second honeymoon.
What would you know about it, Marky? You're nothing but a stupid little housewife. God, I can't stand the stink of being cooped up in this cottage.
Paul,
Hi, you must be Mrs. Heedy. I'm Ann Hunter. I own these here cottages. Say, I'd go toe-to-toe with a mountain lion for a hike up a Java.
please come in. I could use a little company right now.
I'm going for a walk.
Say, if you're gonna go out, can I suggest you take this...
You mind your own business!
Sorry, Ann. He's really not like this. He's a kind, loving man who's ready to offer his love and support whenever needed. He's changed since we went on a hike yesterday.
Ixoduadia.
So what?
Ixoduadia. Ticks, woman, ticks.
Ticks? But I don't... Surely a tick wouldn't...
Ever hear of Lyme disease?
No.
It's a disease transmitted through the bite of a tick.
Tick? Lyme disease? This couldn't happen to Paul and me. I mean, we love each other too much.
Ticks don't know about love, Marky. The first warning sign is surliness.
Paul!
Ann and Marky drag Paul down the mountain on a homemade stretcher, battling ticks all the way, and they finally get him to a hospital.
Marky?
Yes, Paul, yes, it's me. Here, honey, take your medicine. It's tetracycline.
I don't need that. I won't be treated like a 16-year-old kid.
Now, you listen to me, Paul. This ain't Epstein Barr. This ain't some designer yuppie disease someone thought up so you can lie in bed all day and not go to work. Do you think Lyme disease was on the cover of Newsweek just to sell magazines? Do you?
No, of course not.
Anne, you sound like you've had experience with this before. You're not speaking out of anger. You're speaking from the soul.
That's right, Marky. I didn't want to tell you before because we'd only just met. My whole family was wiped out by ticks. My husband first, and then one by one, my kinfolk fell sick with the Lyme. Nobody knew about tetracycline then. Oh, sure, they knew it helped with minor infections, but I guess it just made me hard. Made me want to fight. Just like you gotta do, Paul. Things are gonna change for you now. You're gonna have to take pills for 10 to 20 days. You might experience muscle cramps, a swollen elbow here and there.
Oh, Anne, if only there were a support group we could join. We could talk to people like us.
A support group? Well, I don't think a drunken rodeo clown could have said it any better. Maybe you're not just a stupid little housewife after all.
Thank you. Anne, why don't you come live with Paul and I? You're all alone in the world.
I'm not alone, Marky. I'm a woods woman. And as long as there are ticks in those woods, I got a job to do. Goodbye, young people.
Goodbye, Anne. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Ann.
Why do all these TV movies seem the same?
I don't know, Dan, but let me tell you. I'm about as scared of ticks and Lyme disease as I am of killer bees invading my parking garage.
Well, don't look now, Kevin, but there's a tick crawling on your neck.
Wouldn't you know it? The only spot on my body not covered in tick repellent.
Well, hopefully you'll feel a little better after these startling messages.
In 1977, America Tonight debuted, and the critics went wild. Ahead of its time, they said. Daring, outrageous.
Let's just cut through all the flack here. Let's get right down to it and just kind of bring this thing out in the open.
All right, it got canceled. Anyway, here's the point. If you missed it the first time, you get another chance. Because finally, America Tonight is back, and Nick at Night's got it.
As if we cared.
So don't miss a single groundbreaking episode. America Tonight, every night on Nick at Night.
I know this doesn't affect a lot of you, but it's in color, okay?
Grandma, what's butter for?
So my cookies will taste special for the family reunion.
Why?
Butter makes them taste better.
Why?
Butter's natural. Here, taste. Delicious.
'Cause it's butter.
Real butter makes family reunions taste even better. Oh, hey, Dasher, I need stocking stuffers. Send down the Milton Bradley travel games.
You sank my battleship.
Dancer?
Yahtzee!
Prancer!
Milton Bradley travel games are compact versions of fun family classics.
The perfect stuff.
Good for!
For stockings.
Getting to know you. Getting to know all about you.
Not long ago, Honda and Toyota were known for the highest mileage. But today, there's Geo, the most fuel-efficient line of cars and trucks in America. Get to know Geo at your Chevrolet Geo dealers.
Getting to know.
Are we having orange juice with breakfast?
Daddy, of course we are.
Oh, these aren't the little glasses I'm used to.
Orange juice is good for you. Have a big glass.
Orange juice. It's got the vitamins, minerals, and taste that make you feel so good.
No bacon and eggs?
Nope. Bulgur wheat muffins.
100% pure, Florida quality orange juice. It makes you feel so good.
I'll have seconds.
Another muffin?
No, orange juice.
Oh.
As autumn's blush falls o'er the woodlands, the gray-tufted ground squirrel makes ready for the coming winter. Gathering nuts and morsels to survive those long, bitter months. But how this little fellow keeps his food fresh is a secret he keeps a tight lid on. Because Rubbermaid Serve 'n Saver lids have a seal that never forgets to keep food fresh. Don't you wish everything was made like Rubbermaid?
We're back. Today more than ever, news has become big business. Local news teams fight for ratings points, each trying to outdo the other. They come up with catchy slogans like non-stop action news or real news for real people. But no matter what, all these local news teams seem the same, exactly the same, all over the country.
So Dan and I decided to take a look at the newest contender in the local news wars. This one's from Portland, and their slogan is, "Just think of us as your neighbors."
And this particular news team promotes shamelessly the thing I hate more than anything else on local news, chat. And do they chat and not about the news, about themselves. They're just like your neighbors.
But see for yourselves as we try to find out about the news of the day from Portland.
I'm Bud Robinson.
And I'm Joanne Newfoundland Underall.
And this is the 6:30 edition of the Portland News. Tonight, missiles rock the city of Beirut.
Oh, Nasty, nasty business, Bud.
Oh, yes. Say, you've got a brother in Beirut, don't you?
Well, he was in Beirut, but now he's in New York.
Well, still, you have to be careful out there.
Oh, that's so true, Bud, so true.
What's he doing in New York?
Well, he's working in the stock market.
Oh, guess you have to be careful there, too.
You've got a point. Well, 4 people were killed today when their car hit an embankment in Portland. Our very own Sheena Blythewhite Alvarez is live on the scene. Sheena?
Thank you, Joanne. Hello, I'm Sheena Blythewhite Alvarez. I'm standing here at the site of that deadly car wreck here on the outskirts of Portland, and boy, is it hot. I had to move away from the flaming wreckage about 2 minutes ago. I am literally burning up. My silk blouse is probably ruined by now, and my tongue is dry. I am really thirsty. However, some of the paramedics have offered to get me a cup of iced tea, so I'm hoping things will not look so bleak in a few minutes. Back to you, Joanne. Hey, I will buy that portable fan from you. You!
Oh, darn it, she just got that blouse too, Bud.
I remember she was so excited about it. Our hearts go out to Sheena's family. But now it's time for that wizard of weather, Hans Goldman. How about that weather, Hans? Big Beavers game tomorrow, and I've got tickets.
Oh, so do I. Where are you sitting?
50-yard line.
Oh, me too. What are you wearing?
Oh, I think a top.
Folks, got an act to do. Sorry. Howdy, folks. Anyway, we've got these little storm clouds brewing over the west, right? And so they say, Midwest, take my clouds, please. Hey, I've got a dozen of them, I'll tell you. Anyway, guy in Canada slaps his buddy in the head. His buddy says, what the heck did you do that for? He says, you called me a pain in the neck. He says, I didn't call you a pain in the neck. I said rain. In Quebec. Hey, there it is, folks. I'll tell you, dime a dozen, got them all. Girl in Central Plains says, got a big front coming your way. And what a big front she does got coming my way. I'll tell you, right in this area. That's the plains right there, folks.
When did weathermen become comics?
I guess it was around the same time that news reporters became spokesmodels.
Hey, Kevin, did you ever see the movie Working Girls?
Uh-huh.
Well, Working Girls is now a TV sitcom.
Yeah, I knew that.
But we're not going to review Working Girls. Instead, we've chosen one of the several rip-offs of the Climbing the Corporate Ladder theme.
Oh, yeah, there's Baby Boom Boom Room with Charo, My Secretary is a Witch with Penny Marshall, and Cup of Chicken Soup starring Marsha Mason.
But this one is about an accountant named Russ Slatke, who, due to lack of space, is forced to work between 2 bickering secretaries. Because of this, he can never get his work done and is always in trouble with the boss. It's called Hardly Working.
Yeah, Peggy, I just don't know how much more of this I can take. You should have seen him yesterday, going at it like a couple of alley cats. Well, maybe Treadway will let me move my desk into shipping. Yes, I'll get that for you right away. That was Treadway. He wants the figures for the year-end report.
Who cares?
And who left the pink paper in the copy machine?
I didn't.
Because now, it seems, I have 50 copies of a memo going to our corporate office, all in pink paper. Tish, there's a note as plain as your face over the machine. It says, please do not leave colored paper in the machine. Thank you. Or maybe you can't read. What do you think, Russ?
Well, I think she has a lot of education.
Where's my stapler?
Gosh, I haven't seen it.
Stacy's got it. Supposed to return that yesterday. Maybe you were too busy making all your personal phone calls.
Well, I too many yesterday.
Russ, it's empty. She didn't even have the courtesy to refill it.
Didn't think she,
Oh, shut up, Russ.
Brundage. It's your mother.
Hello?
Later, Tish, who is keeping track of all of Stacy's personal phone calls, finds that her liquid paper is dried out.
Who left the cap off my liquid paper? Russ!
No, at least I don't think I did. I didn't.
Russ, you
saw that?
No, not really.
She deliberately picked up a bottle of liquid paper and threw it at me.
No. I accidentally picked up a bottle of liquid paper and threw it at you.
Well, see how I pick up a box of paper clips and see how I accidentally throw it at you?
Have fun picking them up.
Say, did you gals happen to see the bulletin board? With that picture of Treadway kissing the Brundage calendar girl? And underneath it says, "Can I help it if I'm irresistible?"
Shut up, Russ. I'm keeping a list of all your personal phone calls.
Why, you little... I hate you.
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 Hello, Mom.
It's Jimmy. You sound as if you're in the next room, dear.
With Optic Phone's new fiber optic audio-sonic lasers...
Still going. Nothing outlasts the Energizer. They keep going and going.
Good evening. I'm Alfred Hitchcock.
It's
Alfred Hitchcock presents.
every night on Nick at Night.
Coming soon on the television, it's The Tranquilizer. He's a powerful friend if you're a good guy, but he's an invincible enemy if you're a bad guy. The Tranquilizer.
Loading up more slime to dump on unsuspecting school children. Get him! Hold it right there. You are never going to hurt anyone ever again. People will be free to breathe clean air and not filth that will rot the clothing off their bodies. You are vermin. You are blood-sucking maggots whose only thrill is to see how deep you can burrow. You are the inside of a shop vac after a beer brawl.
The Tranquilizer, a powerful voice in the war against crime. Coming soon on the television. Let's spend a little time with Nat Caulfield. He's out talking to people about whether they think their jobs would make a good setting for a TV show. Nat?
Thanks, Kevin. Hi, Dan. Nat Caulfield here. Today we're talking to real people about their jobs and whether they would be good settings for TV shows. Hi, what's your name?
Jim Roman.
Where are you from? Well, look, you took yourself by surprise. Is that an alias?
That is true, yes. I'm from Isla, New Jersey, and stationed in the Air Force in Oklahoma.
So you're in the Air Force?
That's correct.
Now, would the Air Force make a good setting for a TV show?
Very good soap opera.
It would make a soap opera. Well, that sounds kind of, I don't know. What kind of a soap opera would it make?
Kind of on a theme of Dallas, just with blue uniforms on.
So there's a lot of people trying to outdo themselves with power and that kind of things, Jim?
I guess you could say that.
I guess I did. Hi, what's your name?
John.
Hi, John. Where are you from?
I'm from San Diego.
San Diego, California. Beautiful part of the country.
I think so.
I do, too. What do you do down there?
I'm a kinesiotherapist.
No, seriously. What do you do down there?
Actually, we do rehabilitation on spinal cord injury.
So you are a kinesiotherapist?
Actually am.
Now, how the heck does somebody get into kinesiotherapy?
Well, it takes a 4-year degree and a lot of hard work.
So it's not easy, kids. If you're sitting out there going, oh, the life of a kinesiotherapist, that's the life for me. It's not easy.
No, sir, it's not.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a respiratory therapist.
A respiratory therapist. Now, let me ask you that. Would it be a good setting for a TV show to have a TV show about a respiratory therapist?
It might be gross, really.
A lot of mucus, that kind of thing. You know what I'm talking about, all that stuff. Let's not think about it, T.
Right.
Let's not think about it. What do you do for a living?
I'm a postal carrier.
A postal carrier. Now, would that be a good setting for a television show, postal carriers?
Maybe. I think it would be.
What would be so good about it?
Just all the quirms that everybody has about postmen and getting their mail late and get the wrong mail, you know, just see what really goes on in the post office.
That'd be pretty darn funny. What does really go on in the post office, Adam? Why is the mail always late?
Just because we never get it on time, you know, just, you don't send them your letters off in time. Nobody sends their checks to you when they say they did, so, you know, hey, what the heck.
So it's just a big ball of deceit.
That's it.
What do you do?
I'm a checker with Alpha Beta.
A checker with Alpha Beta. Now, would a checker be a good setting for a TV show?
No.
Why not?
No, because everyone wants to get in and out of the grocery store, and it's just too fast, too hectic.
It'd be too fast-paced for TV. The life of a checker is boom, boom, boom.
That is.
It really makes your head spin. Now, would that be a good setting for a TV show, kinesiotherapy?
It sure would be. It'd be excellent.
Now, what would be so great about it?
Shows a lot of hard work, a lot of credit to the patients who go through their hard training.
So it's not a sitcom?
No, it's not. It's pretty dramatic.
It's a dramatic show?
Sure is.
What do we call it? Kinesiotherapy, that kind of a thing?
Sure is. Kinesiotherapy at the hospital.
That's a catchy title. I can hear that theme song now. Oh, I'll never get it out of my head. And what do you do for a living, Ken?
I work as a nurse.
You work as a nurse. Now, let me ask you, would that be a good setting for a TV show, a show about nurses?
It's very drama.
It'd be a drama show?
Yeah, because that's what, that's basically what we all do. We're all drama nurses. We're very good in our action.
You're drama nurses as opposed to comedy nurses.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, comedy nurses are not good.
No.
They're just out there nursing for a laugh. Yeah. All right, well, nice talking to you, Adam.
All right, Nate.
All right.
Dude.
See you later, dude.
Right,
okay, dude. Bye-bye, dude. I'm calling Adam dude because he called me dude.
Thanks, Nat. Next up is a new show on the Country Channel. It stars Mula Mae Murphy. Now, you remember Mula Mae. She's that corn-pwned country comic who has made her career out of not being able to get a date.
I guess you could call this a variety show because I don't know what else to call it. Let's take a look at Mula Mae Murphy in I'm Gonna Get Me a Man.
Howdy do, everybody. It's me, little old Mula Mae Murphy. And this here's my mama, Betty Mae, and this here's my cousin, Thelma Mae. And they're gonna help me catch this here man.
We have sworn on the Bible to help you.
Thank you, Mama. What's your name?
Bobby Mae Sherman.
Do you think you can run?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think you can run fast?
Yes, ma'am. Especially if it's you chasing me.
Then you better commence a running. Because soon as Thelma Mae clangs this here dinner bell, me and my kinfolk gonna be after you like a hound dog on a rabbit. Clang it away, Thelma. Woo! Don't get me man, girl. Get him up or I'll blow your head off.
Don't hurt me.
Now, you ain't gonna try and escape or anything, are ya?
No, ma'am.
You're just gonna sit right there, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You ain't going nowhere. You're just gonna sit right there and give me a great big old kiss.
Oh, dear Lord, help me.
What is this show? I mean, where do they find these people? Do they advertise for children of married cousins?
Those are rhetorical questions, right?
Right.
Whoosh. Now here are Dan's and my recommendations for the shows we looked at this week. We both say watch, tick. It's like going to a state park without having to leave the house.
We both say don't watch the Portland news, unless, of course, you live in Portland and have nothing better to do.
Neither of us liked hardly working, and the show is doing just that.
But we both say watch I'm Gonna Get Me a Man, because we can't think of more than one good reason not to.
Well, that's it for On the Television this week. You'll want to be with us next time when we look at some more new shows like that crazy outer space sitcom called Time Travel Agents.
Richard Chamberlain in the sprawling miniseries Young Eye Doctors in Love.
A special on nuclear energy called Little Jake and the Fat Boy.
And Ringo Starr and other ponytail guests in a talk show called Hair Farmers in Love. Until then, I'm Dan Clark.
And even after then, I'm Kevin Rush, and we'll see you next time on the television.
This TV Land Almanac is brought to you by Honey Nut Cheerios.
Need a fact? Need it fast? Then turn to Nick at Night's TV Land Almanac. The subject, vacations. According to the National Tourism Board, America's favorite vacation spots last year were the My Three Sons National Forest, which had 2 million visitors, the Mr. Ed Sphinx with 3 million visitors, and Jeff Stonehenge, located in the Donna Reed National Park, which attracted more than 5 million TV Land tourists. For more facts, keep watching Nick at Night.
Yipes, I better help. Tempt your tummy with Honey Nut Cheerios